How'd you get involved?
Okay, well it started, I got involved here in Lansing initially because they had a big kickoff meeting at the MSU Union, and there was probably, 50 or 60 people there. The room absolutely filled up. I was surprised, which I just found out about through email that I got. And I also volunteered in Youngstown, Ohio during the primary there. That was what I did with my spring break, which was really a great experience, a great time.
Were you knocking on doors? What kind of reaction did you get?
It was amazing, actually. I was knocking on doors. That's basically what we do. We get up every day, go canvass, go door to door, and you'd knock on people's doors, and they would be angry with you. Who is it? What do you want? And then you'd say, I'm with Barack Obama, and immediately, come on in, come on, can I get you? I mean, people were inviting, do you want a glass of water? And do you want to use our bathroom? Do you want to come in and warm up for a minute? People literally invited us into their homes. And it was just incredible to see the kind of reception that we got, and to see people who were excited about politics and excited about Barack Obama, which I have not seen in my lifetime. And it was really just incredible. We got to go to a rally there at a church, and Deval Patrick, governor of Massachusetts, and Andy Stern, president of SEIU, were there speaking. And to see a crowd like that, the room was literally packed to the back wall, and just full of energy and full of excitement, and it was amazing. And we're really focusing on voter registration right now, and this is going on all across the country. The campaign is trying to reach out to as many people as they can, get people registered to vote that aren't or that have gotten slipped through the cracks somewhere, people that are disenfranchised, which is great because I feel like it's really in keeping with the message of the campaign, which is bringing people back into politics, bringing the grassroots back into politics, and getting people involved. So.
I see lists of sites behind you. Are all those going to be places where you have volunteers?
Yeah. These are the different sites where people are based out of. What's called site captains, and what that is local volunteers. Basically, the national campaign comes here and gets us set up and tells us, kind of the basics, and then we run with it. This is the headquarters. Or the headquarters, whatever you want to call it, for the voter registration here in Lansing, but also it happens to be within the turf, my turf, for the voter registration. I'm the site captain of the east side of Lansing, which is where I grew up, over on Shepherd Street. And then kind of what they do is they put the site captains in place, and then the site captains kind of do their own organizing, and get their own people, and then hopefully, and maybe in an ideal world, then there'd be, mini site captains and all that. So it's kind of you branch out and you branch out and you branch out, and that's what grassroots organizing is about.
How are you going to get the kids on campus? Who's got that piece?
We are all over that. I'm the site captain here, but I've also been doing a lot of work on campus. My friend Tom Randall, who's also a student at MSU and is also from Lansing, is actually spearheading that over there. He's at the Breslin Center right now. There's a lot of high school graduations going on, so we're getting those 17-year-olds that are going to be 18 before the general election. If you're going to be 18 before the general election, you can register to vote. And we're trying to get, again, people right out of high school. So, and we've also been going up and down Grand River, getting people registered. We've had a lot of success. We did a bar crawl and registered 30 voters in about 2 hours, which was fantastic.
Did they all know they'd registered?
Yeah. I mean, there was a couple people we talked to that you could tell right away you weren't going to be able to get a registration from them. But that was a lot of fun.
What is it about Obama that you like?
Where to begin? The most obvious thing that I know everybody always talks about is his message and the things he talks about and his rhetoric. And I know that some people dismiss that a little bit with exactly that. It's just rhetoric. But the reason that I think that's important is because to the extent that people hear what he's saying and get involved with politics and get involved with the campaign and get excited and interested about politics again, it's not just rhetoric, and it's important. Having said that, he has this mix of he's progressive and yet he's very inclusive. He's willing to compromise, and I don't want to go in depth on all the issues here because nobody wants to hear about that. If you want to hear about that, you can go to his website and click on the issues and read all about it. But I'm also really excited about some of his initiatives for transparency in government. One of the things that he's proposed is basically a database that would be accessible to all citizens online that would have information about any bill that was going on, any federal legislation, and people would be able to get on there and comment about it just like a blog. And the government right now, I feel, is so behind on utilizing internet technology to make a better democracy, a more perfect union, if you will, that it's exciting to see somebody who does want to do that.
Tell me, see him in Troy?
I did not see him in Troy, but I did have a chance to see him in Grand Rapids.
Oh, you did see him in Grand Rapids?
Yeah,
that was a heck of a night.
Yeah, which was absolutely incredible. No one knew that John Edwards was going to be there, and about 45 minutes before they went up, cell phones started to ring in, rumors started to come in via text message, people started to get out their Blackberries. We heard John Edwards is going to be here, we heard he's going to endorse, nobody knew, and then finally when he came out on that stage, it was pretty incredible. So that was my first time that I'd seen him live, and I'd been waiting for 4 years. That's
See, in my lifetime, when I was 13, Emmett Till was lynched in the South.
Yeah.
And that's in my lifetime. So there are plenty of us who know that there was a time where we never thought a day like this could happen.
Absolutely, I feel that. My dad did organizing in the South during the Civil Rights Movement, and I have heard stories about getting chased in cars, getting shot at, getting clubbed in the face by police officers, and it's really incredible to be where we are right now.
I put up a blog the other day about Viola Liuzzo, who was the woman from Detroit who went down and was shot to death by the Klan when she went down in that era. It's a long way in a few decades, and it's not. But you see, I like him regardless.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Issue that I care about.
And I think that's why this has been thus far a successful candidacy, is because this campaign is not about the fact that Barack is black, and it never has been. It's about the fact that he's a great candidate and a great guy. So it's really not about that.